Hello, Waswere here. I'm back with another episode of the old school Ironman series. Last episode, we completed Bandos, completed the BCP, got the Tassets, and made the hilt with our Godsword blade from Sarah. And this episode, we're starting it off a little bit different. We're going to be doing some skilling. I've kind of been jumping a boss to boss to boss to boss ever since I got Corrupted Gauntlet done. I'm not burning out, but I kind of just want to reset for a little bit, not jump right into the next boss, take a week or so, do some skilling, set myself up for the future. And we're starting here at Amethyst Mines because I can never get enough Amethyst Dart Tips. I need about 10,000, somewhere around that range, to be able to get to 91 fletching. My goal to get that. 91 fletching doesn't unlock specifically anything, but it will get us within a easy boost range for the Desert Diary. So if I ever get the head from Calfight, I'll be able to do that right away. Apart from that, I'll save the rest of the skilling grinds as they come up for later on in the episode. But don't worry, there will be PVM at some point before the end of this. I promise you that. I have finally made the swap over to Magic Birdhouses. I could have done this a while ago, but finally, with all the Zora, all the PVM I'm doing, I have an ample supply of Magic Logs in the bank. I have about 1,000. That'll mean more Hunter experience with every Birdhouse run, and also more nests. And I care mostly about the nests from the Birdhouse runs right now because I have 2,000 Toad Plaques in the bank, and I do not have 2,000 nests. And even though I have a T-Bow, I want to avoid doing Giant Mole as much as possible. 94 mining. First level we've gained here at Amethyst. Have up to, I guess with the ones in my inventory, about 5,000 Amethyst Dart Tips. And I think I'm going to AFK this, but I might move on to something else to play actively because it's the weekend now, and I can get the final 5,000 Dart Tips done during the week next week. Alright, it's time to do something a little bit stupid. Maybe not a little bit stupid, but a little bit out of the way that I don't necessarily need to do. And that is get 99 cooking in one tick. What I'm going to do is I have these empty jug packs, which I've been buying from World to World. Now I have enough jugs and grapes, and I try to make all of these wines at once. Get the XP drop in a single tick going from 95 to 99. The quickest way of getting jugs of water is actually purchasing these jugs, then casting the humidify spell, and we have to do about like 500 inventories, so I don't know, maybe this will take an hour. Just under an hour later, and I have basically all the jugs of water I need. I think you could probably roughly estimate that you can get like 18,000. I did miss a lot of clicks, so maybe like 18 to 20,000 humidifies an hour. But it's time to start the tough part of this. So basically, how grapes and wines work is as long as you've made a wine in the past 14 seconds, they don't ferment. So you can store them up in the bank, and then you'll get a bulk XP drop as soon as you go more than 14 seconds without making one. So once I start, I can't really stop. So I just need to make sure I'm not AFKing between inventories. And I have a tendency to do that, so I think I'm gonna mess up at least once, and if I do, you'll get a clip of me yelling about it. Well, just sitting here doing wines, I realized I can't move banks, because, like, if I try to leave, it'll be more than 14 seconds before I make my next wine. So I thought I'd ask a question. What bank square do you go to when you go to the CS Bank? Do you go to the right here, or do you go to the left here? The people I've been watching coming through, they go to the right more. But I like going to the left. Let me know down below if you are right gang or left gang. Oh no, I made a mistake. Uh, I thought I'd picked the wines over, but it didn't go through, so we got 97 cooking. Well, that's unfortunate to fuck that up, but the good news is I still have 11,000, so we can get another multi-million XP drop here. And I also confirmed my theory that broadcasts don't happen at multiple levels. because I went from 95 to 97 in a single tick. It didn't broadcast for 96. That is true. Yeah, no, that makes sense. No, I messed it up. Well, that is disappointing. I was like 300 wines away, and I fucked it up. It's very unsatisfying that I was 50k experience away, but kind of one of those it is what it is moments, and it's more funny in the end, but we have the 200 and I needed another 219. We have the 223 unfermented wine. And if I wait 10 seconds, then close the bank, we'll go ahead and get 99 cooking. There we are, level 99 cooking! Woo! Totally massive XP drop to get that level. I'm now able to buy the cooking cape, and typically I don't actually buy 99 capes, but this one is actually kind of useful. So we purchase the skill cape of cooking, and as is usual, drop the hood. But the cooking cape gives us the ability that whatever we cook doesn't burn. So I can now use the mythical cape, misskilled cooking range, which is 1 square away with 100% cook rate. And don't need to worry about going to Fastidious, so this will be very nice to have. I didn't really explain the end of that cooking grind too well. I was kind of in disbelief from fucking up the wine stack, but it was about 2,500 wines per hour, maybe a little bit lower because I wasn't paying full attention, hence the wine mess ups. And that leads to 500k cooking XP per hour, plus the stacking of the jugs of water. I was able to get 20,000-ish per hour. So once you take that, takes like another 8 minutes. You're probably looking at somewhere around 400,000 cooking XP per hour. I think it's kind of worth it, if not just to see the large XP drop, but you can get away with just training your cooking by catching caramblons, catching anglers, all the like raw shark and raw monkfish you'll get from Kraken. You can get away with not doing wines. I just wanted to get out that 99, and I'm sure by the time I'm done with this account, I'll hit like 20, 25 mil cooking anyway. It is time to start raiding, and specifically the Tombs of Amascut. The third raid released by Jagex, and it has some really good items. I don't think there's a bad drop for us right now, and maybe the ward is our only bad drop. But yeah, we're here for everything. Best in slot mage armor, best in slot magic weapon, extremely high accuracy melee weapon, 4 rune pouches. The blue gem is good for the Desert Diary. The yellow gem is really good inside here. Light Bearer, best in slot respect. Basically everything here is really good. I'm starting off with a 155 raid, which doesn't seem to be like that bad. You can kind of see all my invocations here. Basically, my idea was to put on the mechanic-based invocations so I get used to them as I push up. So, for example, like Overclock 2 makes Wardens a lot more difficult, but it's going to make it easier for me to add raid level. Like, if I want to turn this into a 250, I just turn on, like, Walk the Path, Jog for it, Softcore Run, and we're already up to 225. So it means I don't really need to change mechanics. I just change the HP and the stats of the mobs. I did do one completion, as you can see on my completions here. It was like a 215, 200-ish invocation, and we did it with a group of 5 of us. Had no idea what was going on. Ended up getting poop at the end because I died way too much. But I think I understand it a little bit better, and hopefully I'll do better on this time through. The raid was pretty smooth all the way up to Wardens, and I just kept planking on Wardens again and again. Something about P2 is just very difficult for me at this stage. But I did get to P3 once, barely made it through, and after 3 movements, I was dead again. I just need to get used to the movement, because you kind of gotta like jump, skip, back. It's weird, but it'll just take a little bit of time to understand exactly how to move on phase 3. I was getting to Wardens at the end. I only spent like 2 hours in total going for it, and by the end of it, I was getting to Wardens, so feel like I'm doing pretty well at the content. There we go. Our first hardcore tomb's done. Got the kill. It was my second attempt of the day. I think if I had stayed up for one more attempt last night, I definitely would have got it. I still need to get better at wardens, but the rest of it, I've picked up pretty well. I highly doubt I'm gonna get anything, but you know, it's always worth it. Oh my god, I got a purple. Holy shit. There's no way. Okay. Loot it and see what we get. Oh, I got the ward. That was like the one item I didn't want to get. But it's something. It is the worst item, all things considered. But it is still a best in slot. Provides 3% magic damage. I'm now up to 20% magic damage, so that might be a max hit or two. So the Eladinus ward provides +1 prayer, +3% magic damage, and +5 magic attack. It can also be like imbued with an arcane to give it a lot of defensive bonuses. On top of that, and bring the magic damage up to +5%. So I don't think I'm ever gonna do Corp and get an arcane spirit shield. So this is unlikely to ever get upgraded. But it's kind of not the best because a lot of the time I'm going to be using Thralls, and that's going to be my mage offhand because I'm going to need to be bringing the Thralls anyway. So really, I'm losing 1 magic attack, but getting +3% magic damage, and also losing 2 prayer points over the Book of the Dead. So I don't know how much of an upgrade that is, but it looks cool to have at least, and like I can rock this at Chambers. And getting the ward first kind of reminds me of getting the Dins first. It's like, Dins was kind of the only purple I didn't want, and this was the only purple I didn't want. It's kind of funny, all things considered. I'm making one change to my invocations right now. I'm going to go to softcore run. I don't feel like I need to redo things over and over again, and if I die 3 times, I'm probably leaving anyway. Lively Larva, I can also knock on. That's free. Oh, I got an elite combat task. Drop the ball. This is a relatively easy combat task. You just have to not move whenever you get the black special attack on you and get the kill. Bound to happen. I'm feeling good about that last one. Like, I absolutely blew it on Kefri. Just boxed myself in, and I still was perfectly fine. So I want to add a little more invocation here. I'm thinking about doing Mind the Gap. It's just something I'm going to have to learn eventually, so I might as well turn that on. All right, my first ever 200 is complete. Juice it. 2.5%, so that's like a 1 in 40. The Fang's like a 1 in 120. No way. A second purple? Alright, 1 in 24 chance at a Shadow. 1 in 3.4 chance at a Fang. 1 in 4 chance at any piece of Masori. 1 in 8 chance of getting a dupe ward. Like, as long as I don't get a second ward, I'm happy here. This is gonna be good. Big money, big money, big money. Oh no. No, I got a second one. 8 kills, 2 wards. This sucks. Well, that's funny at least. Thrall's with me. This time, and it helped out a lot at Kefri, especially because I like don't have a Fang yet. I think I'm gonna always bring Thralls just because of how much better it made Kefri. There it is! I got the thread. So the thread of Eladinus is a really good item. It's a 1 in 10 drop rate. And what it does, it upgrades the rune pouch. We use the thread of Eladinus on the rune pouch, and now we have a divine rune pouch. And the cool part about a divine rune pouch is it can store an extra rune. And the great part about starting Tombs of Amascut is the seeds. I did 11 runs today. I got 23 Renard seeds, 5 Torsal seeds, and 9 Toadflax seeds. I don't think I'll run out of herbs ever again, and we'll be banking up 99 Herblore very quickly. First, Lily of the Sands drop. This is a common drop that is unique to Tombs of Amascus, and you can make Metaphyte remedies, which are kind of like stat renewal potions for things that drain stats. So they are good for next. So I will probably want to have a good couple hundred of these before I am done with Tombs. But I'm pretty happy to get them. Plus, they're also Herblore experience. Because you can use dwarf weeds, and they are 200 experience each. So they're kind of like de facto Winazamis, but I get slightly more experience. I've been doing some Theater of Blood in the background up to a total of 15 or so kills right now, and I've seen one purple, which was a duo rapier split. But the big news of this kill is that I got Perfect Soda's Egg. I'm slowly building up the top tasks as I get kills and go through the raid. I've been toiling away at the Amethyst mine for quite a little bit now, and I think I now have 91 fletching banked, and that's pretty good because I am running through these Amethyst darts very quickly. I forgot just how quickly you use them in Tombs of Amascus. Like, there isn't a lot of blowpipe heavy content in the whole game now, but Tombs of Amascus, you blowpipe a lot of things. In the time it took me to get these 10,000, generally, like, basically all my AFK time over the past couple weeks, I used about 4,000 of them between Theater of Blood and Tombs of Amascus. 91 fletching, woo! That was our main goal by getting these Amethyst darts. We're now in boost range for making Dragon darts and completing the Elite Diary. So I currently have 2,600 darts left from about the 6,000 I started with between doing all the God Wars and all that sort of stuff. So I now have 12,000, which hopefully will last me quite a while, though I will keep AFKing here in the meantime. New highest solo invocation level, I got up to 225. The invocation I turned on was Deadly Prayers. Didn't really have too much of an impact. And our times are coming down. Alright, just finished my highest invocation so far. Level 255 duo with Mr. Nuznuz here. He's a main, so he's got the Fang, and then I have the T-Bow, so we kind of like... He sucks on the range bosses, I suck on the melee bosses. And we work it out, but it's time to check in the chest. We should have like 7% chance of purple between the two of us. See what happens, and it is white. Lilies of the Sand, though, I am getting a lot of those. Like, I already have 80 of them, and I'm only 20 raids in. So it's finally time to go to 300. I've been doing some duos with Nuns here, and we just got a 275, and it was pretty clean. Everything went off super nice. So we added on 3 invocations, or we added on 2 invocations. We added on time, so we have to get it in 40 minutes, and we got that last one in 37. So that seems pretty fine. And then we also have on Upset Stomach, which is going to be difficult, but we do Sabak first. So with Sabak being first, I'm not overly worried, and if we mess that up, it's like a 5-minute time waste at most. Oh, I died. You should be able to get it. It's 26 HP. Mage. Yeah, you got it. Well, we got the kill, but that was pretty stressful. I think it's easier to just go back to those consistent 275 or 285s and take the loss on unique chance to have a more fun experience. Hey, I got perfect Scarabass. 54 seconds. Is that the master combat task? Holy shit. So I completed the combat task down to specs. And essentially what that is it's a combat task for killing the boss in 2 downs. Defeat the wardens after staggering the boss a maximum of twice during phase 2 without dying yourself. With the gear I have, it's not hard to do. I just need to get 5 dragon daggers with the adrenaline potion and then a BGS hit on the first round, and then I can get 3 dragon daggers a couple blade pokes, and then the BGS to finish it off, and it's doable, but you can see my unique chance is 3.04. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the exact same raid over again, except for I'm going to skip skulls, and then I'm also going to do the 3 downs, and I'm just going to see how much different the points are. Raid is complete. Basically, it's the identical one, except for I skull skipped and I did a 3 down, and I ended up with about 1,000 more points. So it improved my drop rate from 3.06 to 3.23%. It's making me think that at least the 3 down might not be worth it, just because of all the extra time spent there. Because like that Warden's was 10.5 minutes long. But the skull skip might actually be worth it because I take 0 damage, at least until I have Insanity on. And I'm going to need to learn it for Insanity. Anyway. Oh my god, a 3rd purple. Okay. Was the skull skip worth it? Let's hope for the best. Come on, Fang. Fang, 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 Fang. Yes! I got the Osmumten's Fang! Oh! Papa bless. Oh, I'm so happy to get this. This was the item I wanted the most. Oh, this is like, today is like the best day ever. Osmumten's Fang. Oh my god, I can push so much harder now. It's just going to be so much cleaner, and yeah, I am so happy. So what exactly is the Osmumten's Fang, and why was I so incredibly hyped about it? The Fang is the new melee weapon that came with the raid, and it is a 5-tick weapon in comparison with most melee weapons that are 4-tick weapons, so it attacks every 3 seconds. But it has a very cool special ability that makes it incredibly accurate. So offensively, it'll roll its accuracy stat twice and compare it against the defensive stat of the enemy. So that means if I have like 80% accuracy normally with the blade, I probably have over 90% accuracy with the Fang. And I can attack the dummy on a 3-second cycle. And in comparison with the blade, it's less damage, but the overall DPS is going to be really good. Additionally, while inside Tombs of Amascut, it also rerolls the defensive roll of the opponent. So it's just even more accurate in there than otherwise. Looking at the DPS calculator for the last raid, while salted, my max hit with the blade was 52, and that drops to 49 with the Fang alongside the slower attack speed. But the accuracy difference is insane, going from 64% with the blade all the way up to 92% for the Fang. The passive is putting in a lot of work here. This leads to an overall DPS increase of 25%, and this increase will grow as Invocation rises. For example, at 400, the DPS difference is 42%. This weapon just lets me push Invocation higher and higher without worrying about Baba or Akka taking 10 minutes and churning through all my supplies. It's amazing how much of a difference this makes. Like, let's look at this kill time. It's going to be like 3 minutes. Yeah, 3.5 minutes. Oh. I think like a good carefree for me before was like 4.5 minutes. I'm so happy already. It's gonna be even better on Akka. Okay. I did not miss once on the final phase there with Akka, and I normally miss like 4 or 5 times. And like a 430 kill, I didn't even get to use the Fang much. Oh, I may sound like a broke record, but it's just too good. Like I'm at 16 minutes and I'm already going to Abkaman. Yeah, I did terrible that Baba. Absolutely terrible. Still a 238. It's kind of crazy. As expected, set a double PR, both personal or challenge time and overall time, because the Fang is good. I've been going with Nuz. He finally got his first purple. Let's see what it's gonna be. It's keeps for him because he's a main and I'm an iron. Oh, it's a light bear. That's unfortunate. It's still a couple mil for him, but that is not as much as he probably wanted. There is my first expert solo mode kill. I'm happy with it. beat the time by 2 minutes, and once I learn Insanity, I'll be able to get even more Invocation and, like, get up to that 350 range. And look at that, a 4.4% chance to see if we get anything. Oh my god, that is absolutely terrible loot for my first expert solo. Picked up level 98 attack from Aga here. Now that I have the Fang, I'm getting accurate XP, so I'm getting attack levels much quicker. And 99 attack is on the way. I completed the Master Combat task, Better Get Moving, which I think is just Insanity on an expert mode kill, but unfortunately I missed time, so it counted it as a regular KC, missed it by 29 seconds, but we should still have about a 4% chance at a unique here. Smashed my personal record like a good minute and a half quicker on both of them. And that was at 310. So I'm pretty happy with that. There is a level 99 attack. I kind of thought I was going to get it on Kefri here. I just didn't know when in the kill. But every single time we go through a raid here, I get like 25k attack experience. So I've just been slowly and surely working from 95 to 99. And now we get to move over to the stab, or I guess the blocking style, so that we are able to gain defense experience, because defense is the last skill we have till, I guess, 99 all melees. There is 40 expert raids, the same raid that I finished off the 99 attack. More Lilies of the Sands is actually really nice, and apart from that, not too much. I am now going to take a break from Tombs of Amascut. I had a lot of fun with it, but I want to do a couple bit of skill maintenance before coming back here, because I can definitely see myself just spending weeks and weeks and weeks and months here just grinding out all the items, but there's a couple small upgrades I can get along the way, and I'm going to do that in the next episode. But before we end it, let's go over the Tombs loot from the 80 kills I did. 39 of them were regular. There was the one entry where I tested out Insanity, and then there was 40 expert raids done. I got really lucky early on getting the ward on kill count 2 and 8. And the Fang, I think, was around 20, 25, something like that, very early on. But I'm now quite dry, especially seeing as I've done 40 experts without a single drop from them. And I'm also getting dry on these jewels, as I should have one of these right now, but currently don't have any. But, you know, it is what it is. There's some bad luck mitigation there, and maybe we'll get it up. Apart from that, all the cosmetics I don't have yet. I think I'll probably go up to 350 once I get the upgrades I want to make my life a little bit easier here. But I'm happy with what turned out. And tune in next time while we go back and work on some skilling. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Otherwise, I'll catch you in the next one.